It happened that some days ago I received an email from my bank, and in that email, summary of expenditure was analyzed based on how things are spent on over the month, or was it 6 months? I think over 6 months was sent to me, and I saw how much was spent on education related matters, how much was spent on buying things, how much was spent on um, uh, religious activities, probably offering tithe and things like that, how much was spent on, there are about six categories of spending that was analyzed. And through that, I was able to see where most of my money was going. Even money, there was also a parameter, or there was also a one of the items that were analyzed was also for savings or thereabout. So I was able to see how much was saved, how much I spent on religious activities, how much was spent on buying things and things like that. So that would help me going forward know how I would improve on my financial activities, because someone was taking notes of data. Someone was keeping tab on those things I was spending on and how the transaction was moving. And that is why we'll be discussing data today. The importance of data. Keeping tab or keeping notes on every activity. Everything we do matters. I know big organizations don't play with data, but what about those of us that are in our, running small businesses, new businesses, schools, even in our individual life? I just shared a story now where my bank, sent me analysis of how my financial activities has been going, and definitely it's going to help me to understand my financial pattern, and probably some changes will be made. For example, in a school, proper documentation matters. You need to know details of your teachers, their background, academic qualifications, their interests, and to help you to understand how you place them. For learners' performance, you need to keep tab on learners' performance across classes by session so that you can compare. If a teacher was handling, for example, a class in this session, in the previous 2 or 3 sessions, those classes the teacher was handling, what is the pattern like? What is the pass and fail pattern? What is the performance? A subject teacher across sessions taking different sets, what is the pass and fail pattern of learners handled by that teacher? What did your students score in English, in mathematics, this very important subject, across sessions? And then you can analyze and see what the trend is. And when you understand the trend, you can easily pinpoint where the problem is. Is it the teacher? Is it the approach? Is it the environment? Or is it the background of the learners? Is it the learner maturity? Various factors that influence learning. The only way to tackle these issues is if you keep note of the trend. If you keep data, what teacher handled these learners, what is the even details of these learners. You don't just admit students without proper data. And year by year, session by session, term by term, this information needs to be gathered so as to make informed decisions in order to improve on standard. is very important. Even data regarding to parents. If you have information of your parents, it's going to be useful for you. You can trace, might be able to trace some of the issues faced by learners to the parents. For example, if you have adequate data of your parents in a school, for a school, you would know if the parent is a type that will have time for the child after school. You might understand why a child will come late to school. For example, if you know the address of the parent, you would know if the parent work is a busy type, if the parent is literate or not, if the parent lives far from the school. So we see that keeping data is very important, and some of us, we have this information but we don't use them. We have it. Some of us, you keep wondering, why is this child always sleeping when he gets to school in the morning? Why is this child always coming late? Why has this child dropped in performance? And data has to be reviewed. Data taken once does not mean you keep it. It's not final. Sometimes we need to review data, take them again. For example, parents might have moved from one place to another, which is now causing a child coming late to school. And when that happens, you keep wondering, you stay puzzled. It's either you engage the parent in a discussion and finding out why. So it's important for us to keep updating data. Don't play. Data is very important in everything. In business, data is everything. You need to monitor the trends in your income, your outflow and inflow, and that will help you to make better informed decisions. With respect to teachers' performance, if you don't keep proper data, you're not going to trace properly which teacher is performing well or not. The reason why teachers write lesson notes is for you to be able to know the kind of teaching methodology, the approach, and the kind of content that is being delivered to learners. These things needs to be kept. It's not too bad if you have something like a spreadsheet where you have name of teacher, the kind of introduction used across weeks, the kind of teaching methodology that was engaged, and you relate it at the end of the term with the kind of performance that the learner exhibits. And by that, you'll be able to tell what was the predominant teaching methodology that was deployed by the teacher, and you can tell which one is more effective and less effective. You can analyze how effective is this teacher in class, and these are the parameters that should inform if you increase a teacher's pay or not, if that teacher stays in your school or not, if you give that teacher a recommendation or an award or not. It's very important. When teachers knows that their performance is being noted, when learners know that even their performance is being tracked, everybody is going to want to do better. Data is very important. Even with the school management also needs to keep data. How you run the school, what are your inputs, for you to know what kind of deliverables, if the deliverables is in tandem with the kind of input you make. The kind of input you have, deposited in the business. It matters. Data is one of the key instruments that can drive development in your business.